Maybe you didn't waste those years. Maybe you're only calling them wasted because you can't put what they gave you on a resume. You didn't get a degree. You didn't get a promotion. You didn't build a business. You didn't save as much money. You stayed home. Maybe you're taking care of a child or a family member. Maybe you needed that break. You changed your mind. And now you look back and think, I wasted so much time. But what if you didn't? What if we have misunderstood what a life is supposed to produce? We expect every season to give us something measurable: a salary, a degree, a house, a promotion, a business. Something impressive enough that someone else can look at it and say, see, those years were worth something. But what if those seasons give you something you can't put on a paper? You learn what you can tolerate, what you can't, what you actually want, what you thought you wanted but don't anymore, who you became when nobody's watching. What kind of a life makes you peaceful? What kind of a life makes you miserable? Who drains you? Who nourishes you? What happens when you live according to everyone else's expectations? And what happens when you finally listen to yourself? You learn yourself, and that information matters. I think about this a lot when somebody looks at a few years of a woman's life and say, you wasted those years. Maybe from the outside, it looks like I didn't accumulate what I could have accumulated. Maybe I didn't have the salary I would have had. Maybe my career will look different. Maybe I would have saved more. Maybe I'll be somewhere else by now. But I know things now that I didn't know then. I know what motherhood taught me. I know what exhaustion taught me. I know what slowing down taught me. I know what happens when I live according to people's expectations. And I know what happens when I stop and listen to myself. This doesn't mean every decision I made was perfect. It doesn't mean there weren't consequences. It doesn't mean I wouldn't do something differently. It means I refuse to turn my past into a courtroom. I can say I would have made that decision again, or I wouldn't have made that decision again, and still say I'm glad I know what I know now. I can say I wish I did start earlier, and still say I'm starting now. I can say those years didn't give me what I thought they would, and I still say they gave me information. And information changes everything, because the woman making decisions today isn't the woman who made them years ago. She knows more now. So why would I want to erase the years that taught me, that taught you, that taught her? Maybe stop asking, how far will I be if I hadn't wasted those years? And start asking yourself, who am I because I lived those years? Then ask, knowing what I know now, what do I want to do with the years ahead? That's where your power is. Not in catching up, not in proving that you made the right decision, not in making your past look productive enough for other people. In choosing your next chapter with better information. That's where your power is. Maybe you aren't behind. Maybe you are learning. Maybe you aren't wasting time. Maybe you are living. And those years weren't outside your life. They were your life. You were there. You lived them. And now you get to choose again. Because your past is information. It's not a sentence. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, share this video with someone who might need it. Until next time, take care.